You notice that every time I complete the square, even though you haven't been saying it, I've been writing a blank here.
Yeah.
And then filling it in, right?
Yeah.
So before I can divide that 4 over, I still got to fill in that blank. So fill in that blank for me.
With what though? Like
You take that number divided by 2 and then square it. That's the number that goes
9/4.
And then I got to take 9/4 and multiply it by that 4 and then put that number over here. So what's 9/4 times 4?
36/16.
Okay, I'll write it up here.
Oh, 9/16.
9/4. Sorry, times 4.
9/16. Or 9?
It's just 9, right? Because that's a top number. That's a bottom number. What happens to the two of them? They cancel out. So this number here becomes 9.
Okay.
And now I can combine those two numbers together. What do you get?
4. And then
I'll rewrite everything so you have it.
Wait, why did we multiply the 4 by the 9/4 again?
Because whatever is happening on this side of the equation, you have to do on this side of the equation. So when I add that number there, what is the 4 doing to that number?
It is canceling the denominator out.
It's multiplying, right? Because I would distribute the 4 back through if I were doing that, right?
Yeah.
So when you're completing the square, whatever number's out in front of there, you have to multiply it by that number so you can add it on the other side so you have the proper number.
Okay.
So 4 times 9/4 is 9. So I have to add 9 to that because when I put that fraction there, I added 9 to the equation. Okay?
All right.
So now what do I do with the 4s?
Divide.
Mm-hmm.
So n squared plus 3n plus 9/4 equals 1. Then would that be a perfect square? So n plus 3/2 squared plus 1. The square root of both numbers. N plus 3/2 equals plus or minus square root of 1.
Which is square root of 1.
1. Oh, 1. Okay. Minus 3/3. N equals minus 3/2 plus 1. Plus or minus 1.
I don't know if that's what you're saying, but that's what it is, right? Oh, and this actually should be 2. Okay.
I think I see.
Okay, so I have that negative 3/2, right?
Yeah.
In order to combine them together, I have to make this a whole number, right? So I multiply the 2 up. So I get plus or minus 2.
Minus
3 over 2.
Okay.
So now I got to simplify that. So what's negative 3 minus 2?
Negative 5 over 2. And then negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1 over 2.
So those are my 2 answers.
Okay.
So remember, when you have a number in front, you got to factor it out. You put the number there, you write a blank. You fill in the blank the way that you always do when you complete the square. But when you write the number on the other side, you have to multiply this number and that number together in order to get the proper number on this side.
Okay.
And then everything else is the same.
Yeah.
That's a mistake that most kids make. They don't multiply those two numbers together. They just write the 9/4 over here. And you'll always get the wrong answer when you do that.
Okay.